It's good. It's good.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Go! Amazing! That's my boy! That's my boy!
He breaks away from a sack and completes the pass for first down.
Oh, Kittle just may have made the most amazing catch.
He fights for the first down and gets out of bounds too.
It's no good.
Overtime.
Oh, what a catch! How do you drop that? What are you, Jamal Adams? Touchdown!
This is a touchdown all the way.
He reached over the pylon. San Francisco beat Cincinnati. And here we go. Well,
that was an interesting Jets game. What do you think?
I think I'm hungry. Green Bean doesn't let me eat when I'm on the air with him.
I wish I had that power over you, but it's your show.
I think it was a very bittersweet victory.
Why will you say bitter?
A lot of Jet fans really wanted the Jets to lose.
Okay.
Because it was a meaningless game. And especially at the end, the fact that Jacksonville had the ball at the 1 yard line, if they score that touchdown, it changes nothing. It changes nothing about the future of any of the players. It changes nothing about – it just meant nothing. It was just two teams that seasons are far over on a 1 yard, 4th and 1 from the goal. They scored that touchdown. They get to run off feeling good. We get to be embarrassed for a week. But then we go into the draft in position to get any player we want, or an edge rusher. Now we're probably looking at to be number 4 pick. And if both the edge rushers go, then we don't get that choice anymore. We don't get to get an elite edge rusher.
I totally get that.
Huh?
But my perspective is a little bit different. I mean, I do care about getting that edge rusher. I totally understand how important that is. But I still think it helps Zach's confidence to beat the guy that was drafted right in front of him. I think that helps him mentally just a little bit. He was very excited at the end of the game that he won, even though he didn't do anything at the end. And I just think it makes the whole team feel good. So I think that's helpful. Yeah.
Hey, Bryant, welcome to the channel.
The channel where Jeremy eats the entire show.
Green Bean doesn't let me eat on his channel, so we're talking about the Jets' victory today. I'll tell you something about the Jets game. It was a great game. It was super, super exciting. And it was weird because it didn't feel as amazing as it normally would feel because the chat was just arguing about whether we should win or not. It's like everyone's arguing if they want to win or not. Meanwhile, there was this amazing game going on.
I also thought it showed that Wilson had his head on screwed right. I mean, he made some very nice rushes where he really showed some guts, but also showed a lot of intelligence. He had some nice passes. He didn't let himself get sacked very much. I mean, I just thought he looked. I understand that the defense wasn't very good, but he looked a bit more mature, especially with half the team out. I thought that was a good sign.
Yeah, I think. Look, I couldn't root against the Jets on any play. There was no play where I wanted them to fail. To me, I would have been happier. I mean, I think a lot of people wanted to see more from Zach from a statistical standpoint of
can I tell you something that just happened in the game that I'm covering right now?
Yeah, what's going on?
They're about to go into halftime. It was, first of all, it was 7-3 Raiders over the Broncos. It was 7-3. The Broncos got a field goal. They had to settle for a field goal. They kicked it off. Raiders had the ball. For some reason, they threw a pass, picked off, pick six.
Oh, my God.
So he tried to dump it off, and the lineman just put his hands up, tipped it to himself, and ran in for a touchdown. Now, they're going to say it's not a touchdown. They're going to say it's at the 1 yard line. His knee touched before he fell in. So they have the ball at the 1. So it's 7-6 Raiders, but Denver has the ball at the 1 yard line.
Wow. So that's amazing. So, Brian, I agree, and I agree with you too, John, out there. I think I mean, what I cared about more is Zach Wilson. I mean, to me, we've talked about it a million times. The most important thing is Zach Wilson. And
he looked good. He looked confident.
I know people were mad about the numbers, like, oh, but this or that. He managed the game. He took what the defense gave him. Our coaching staff, our team took.
Denver scores.
Go ahead. What's the score?
12-7, extra point coming. But something to remember, while it's a meaningless game to Jet fans, it is not a meaningless game to Denver or to Vegas, because the winner is definitely in the playoff hunt, and the loser is probably not going to make the playoffs. So this is a big, big game for both of these teams.
How much time left in the half?
3 seconds, something, extra point.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm making that up. Not a lot of time. The extra point is it. But I thought that's how it was, because I thought it was 7-6. They were going to go into the locker room and had an interception on the 30. The lineman tips it to himself with no time left. Under a minute left.
Amazing.
Runs it to the 1. Yeah. One of those heads up offensive moves on that pass. All right, there's 15 seconds left to the extra point coming up. I think they hit the extra point.
See, that's why some people down the ball at the end of the half.
Yeah.
When they're deep in their own territory.
Super unlikely you were going to score, and now they scored.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
But so Broncos are kicking off. It'll probably end the half. It'll be very close. 15 seconds left. Maybe they'll try again. Maybe Carr will throw another ill-advised pass.
So my takeaway from the Jets winning today, like one of the positives too, is the Jets won 4 games already this year. Okay. I know it's a low bar because we were 2-14 last year, but we've won twice the amount of games this year than we won last year, with a rookie head coach, a rookie offensive coordinator, rookies all over the field, rookie quarterback, injuries galore. Our 1, 2, and 3 receiver are out today. 1, 2, and 3. Elijah Moore's missed 4, this season total 4 or 5 games. Crowder missed the first bunch of games. Our safeties were 6, 7 safeties deep. We lost our 2 starting safeties. We lost the 2 guys that replaced them. We lost our edge guy that we signed, and Carl Lawson. It was such a devastating year in injuries. We have kids playing, rookie cornerback, 2 rookie guys in the secondary, plus guys from the practice squad at safety, a rookie offensive lineman, beat up offensive line where we lost our left tackle in the second game. So many bad things. And we still managed to win twice the amount of games we won last year.
And you wouldn't have been able to say that. You would have had a better draft pick, but you wouldn't have been able to say that.
Yeah. And here's my friend Gitmo Bob. It was a really fun game. They managed to make the win a nail biter. I don't know. It's like I guess they were doing everything when you don't have your heart completely into it, where you're kind of torn a little bit, you feel like the team is too. Like, it was weird. I want them to play well. I was rooting. I'm not one of those guys who wanted to lose on purpose. I understand that argument of losing on purpose, though. And part of me, it's like this bittersweet victory. They did make it.
I think you would have felt worse if they lost. Even though you would have had your draft pick, I think you would have felt bad that they lost to Jacksonville.
I know. It would have been so hard to deal with that.
I don't want to deal with that. And I want the team to feel like they can win. I think that matters to them. I understand that pick matters. I'm just saying that I think that there's mental momentum that goes into the future for Wilson and the other rooks out there. And the staff, the coaching staff too.
Yeah. I agree, Gitmo. It was interesting how we'd go downfield and then just run the ball in the middle and do nothing once we got there. I think that's when you feel a big difference, though, when your 1, 2, and 3 receiver are out, and you don't have like and you don't have a premier tight end, right? So I think that's what we're seeing. I think we're seeing like when we get into that tight space and the defense has less ground to cover, you really need elite players that can find a way to get open or make a big play, a big catch. And we just don't have that right now, but we're going to have it after this draft, I think. So at least that's my take. It felt much closer than the game should have been. Obviously, we're going to have to draft a lot of defensive guys because our defense is – we just cannot get off the field on third down. It's absolutely just insanity. But I feel really good about Michael Carter. I feel we got our real running back.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a positive. Huh?
The offensive line didn't play as bad today.
Well, actually, Green Bay made a really good point about that. It was because we were running so much. On running plays, your offensive line gets to run forward. On pass defense, you move backwards.
Yep.
So they got to get into this rhythm of just grinding and pounding and moving forward. And we weren't going against the most dominant defensive line in the world, let's face it.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
No, I think we have worked there. I know I want to see a lot of picks for our offensive line for the OL.
Yeah. And I agree. We get to enjoy a Monday and not feel humiliated, which is nice. And not only that, we could say we won the game and we were down like 1 billion players. So, I mean, when you look at the COVID list, when you look at what we were up against, it's kind of nice that we got the win. So,
Yeah.
And
I think it builds momentum in the brain.
Yeah. That catch from McDermott was great. It wasn't like just in his hands. Like he actually had to make a real catch. And it was pretty amazing because you look at some of the drops from our receivers. Maybe McDermott needs to take them through like a catching exercise.
There were some drops today even. You want to watch the Seattle game? Let us know what's going on there because they started about a minute ago.
Sure. So Bob has a question. He goes, how many yards did the Jets run for? So Michael Carter ran for 107 yards.
Yeah, and almost 100 just from Wilson. I think they had like 200 plus yards.
Yeah, Zach ran for 90, so that's 200 between the two of them.
Yeah.
And I think Trevor Coleman ran for about 25. So I think they ran for about 225 yards on the ground.
I'm going to check it out. I'm going to check. So what's it looking for? What does Seattle do? What's going on in that game?
Snow on the grounds. Foles being sacked.
There's a lot of snow here. There's a lot of snow here. I'm outside Seattle right now. The Jets had, almost 300 yards because Coleman had 57 yards.
Oh, wow. 57 for Coleman.
Yeah.
Oh, another sack. He got the ball out on time. So they went backwards that drive, Chicago. The Bears. So the Bears are down 17-7, and things are not looking good for them at all. So unfortunately, it looks like Seattle is going to roll to an easy win, which we didn't want.
273 yards rushing. I would like to see that out of the passing. We only had 100 yards passing. So.
Yeah. So it was a good running game for us. Good day for on the ground. I thought that Zach's first run was just unbelievable.
Yeah. He really hugged the line. He made it look like he was going out of bounds. Super smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Took it all the way in.
It was an incredible run. Very exciting.
I would like to see him pass with some touchdowns. He got one today.
He did.
Yeah.
He got the one to McDermott. Yeah. He made a couple of beautiful throws. He made some bad throws. And then he had some bad drops against him. It was just it was okay. I mean, he's a rookie. It was just okay. He's got to get a lot better to be what we want him to be. But he showed that he's elite when it comes to breaking loose and extending plays. And is he dangerous on the ground, right? So
it was nice to see Barrios take one back. That doesn't happen too often for the Jets.
No, that doesn't. And I've always liked Berrios. I've always thought, he just reminds me of this guy that just gives you 100% all the time. He's versatile. He does a lot of different things. I'm glad he's on the team. And I agree. We should extend him for sure. He's like the heart of the team. He's like, every team needs a guy like Berrios.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
You just need that kind of player. Like, think about all these other teams that have that kind of player. Like, he's not your number one receiver, but he'll make big first down plays and he'll make special team plays, and he's just all heart.
Yeah, and over time, you give him a little bit more responsibility. He does even more than he's doing now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those heart players are super important. When the Chargers used to win only on their heart players for a while.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they won.
2 years, $5 million. That's if he takes it. Because
how's Seattle looking?
It's not how Seattle's looking. It's how bad the Bears are looking. The Bears do not look like they're here to win today, which is unfortunate if you're a Jets fan. Very fortunate if you're a Seattle fan. What's more to say? So,
yeah, and Carolina got killed.
Not impressed with TLD ball. Oh, yeah. Trevor Lawrence actually regressed this year. If you look at his first 8 games or 6 or 7 games and his last 7 games, he's definitely regressed. It's really concerning. If you're a Jacksonville fan, if you're a fan of Trevor Lawrence, there's no question that you have to be concerned.
You had the coach situation there. Come on. I mean, that messes with your head.
Yeah. But still, he's not throwing well.
Are you eating onion rings now? How's your heart? I see someone eating onion rings. I think
almost an interception.
Kansas City game. They're destroying the Steelers. So the Steelers, like, I saw them play and they couldn't. The OL couldn't do anything for Ben, give him any time at all.
Yeah.
It was all him just getting hit and trying to get rid of the ball quickly. I feel bad for that guy. That guy needs to retire and take a long nap. Okay. Big Ben needs to be Ben the Bear and just go into hibernation during the football season. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I respect the guy. Okay.
Well, I think we're seeing the last couple of games of Ben's career.
Yeah.
And I hope so. I mean, it needs to be, because he had a great career. And that's not the way I don't want to remember him.
Yeah, he's getting shut out today. He's getting shut out.
Yeah. I mean, if as long as he retires this year, he'll be remembered. He won't ruin his legacy or anything like that.
Well, he's going to have to retire this year. I don't think he'll really have a choice. Come on.
No, he has no choice. I mean, no. I mean, Steelers have to move on and get moving. It's time.
Yeah, I think the Steelers, because of the draft doesn't have a lot of QB in it, they kind of have to go. They have to trade for a veteran, good veteran, Russell Wilson.
Yeah. I wonder does a Seahawk fan think about that? Do they say, once you've given up your first pick, do you actually sit there and say, and they might, at this point, we may as well lose to get our second round pick better? Because the truth is, there's going to be a lot of good players that slip into the second round, and they might be looking at a guy. They might be looking at some guys they hope slip, and suddenly their fans are hoping for them to lose. Although I can't imagine that, because they've been winning for so long that they're not like Jet fans like now, like anymore. They were a losing team once, but like they just probably don't know how to think like that about.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But we all know it doesn't really matter. That's something they're hoping, but the team is never going to shank one to make their second round pick 5 spots better. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Well, they better not do that.
I gotta go. You want to take me off the chat for a little bit?
You have to go for a little bit?
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Okay. It's just me eating onion rings. My brother's jokes, how's your heart? But I'm going on a massive diet in January. So I figure I got to eat my onion rings now. I ordered Burger King because I didn't have to order Big Macs because Cooper Kupp did not score a touchdown. Not even one. Yes, Pale, that was my brother Lee. And what's really funny is if I showed you a picture of me at 13 and a picture of my brother Lee at 13, I swear to you, you wouldn't tell the difference. So those of you who don't know, Peo Time is the Rams. I call him the Rams YouTube content provider. Imagine all of your favorite Jets content providers and combine them into one amazing YouTube content provider, and you have Peo Time, LA Rams. So if you ever want, just curious, you want to see Rams, I know there's a lot of Jet fans here. Most of us are Jet fans. But if you ever want to see, first of all, a Rams game watch party, you go Peo Time, right? Look them up. If you ever just want to go to a watch party for the Rams, you do it. If you're an NFL football fan, I have a good time. I certainly like it, especially when the Rams played Seattle. We had a great time. Also, if you just want the perspective of a different team, like here's a team that's knocking on the door, possible Super Bowl contender. If you want to know what their chat rooms are like and what they're saying and what they're thinking, Peo offers that. I mean, that's exactly what it is. So I would definitely go there and subscribe. And I'm not too kind to you, man. You're a great guy. Everybody should be that nice to you. We got to take care of the people who are nice in this world. And you're one of them. So Pure Adrenaline, John Post says, congratulations on the playoffs. I assume that means he won in fantasy. Because those of you might not know, John Post is friends with Peo. And Peo is often on Pure Adrenaline Sports, Fantasy Sports. So I assume they're friends and that he just did good in in his fantasy. So, Jeremy, where did you go wrong? Laughing out loud. I don't know. You're saying, why did I lose my hair and my brother gets to keep his hair? The big question is, who do you think looks older? Do you think I'm older or is Lee older? That's really the big question. Rams clinched a playoff spot. Oh, okay. So we're congratulating him because the Rams clinched a playoff spot. All right. All right. He wants a lot more than that, though. We know that, right? He wants a lot more than just a playoff spot. So he wants to eat a lot more peanut butter cups. That's what he wants to do. So this game here. Oh, my brother's back. Look at him stuck there, and I didn't notice him. Now I know why Green Bean leaves me in the waiting room.
I've been back a while.
I didn't notice your little head down there.
Enough for you to tell people that we were twins, the same age.
Hold it. Can we take a screenshot?
How much older do you think I am?
Oh, here we go.
That's only because I have hair. So we're
play the Cards or Cowboys in the first round. Yeah, I think the Cardinals are a good matchup for you because we know you could beat the Cardinals. You could beat the Cowboys too, but I mean the Cowboys are a little bit more unpredictable. I think
the Raiders are starting to move the ball. We started the third quarter. Carr is embarrassed from the second to last play last game.
The Bears got the ball back. So they're still down 17-7, but they got the ball back. So they managed to hold, and maybe they can make a game of this. They're at midfield, 1st and 10. If they score here, it's a one-score game. So let's go Bears, baby.
Okay, Raiders and Denver both really want this game. 1st and 10 from midfield. Raiders running play, 8-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 2 from the 40, from the Denver 40. So this will tighten the game up for sure, this drive.
I never get into ages, even with guys, so no one gets pissed off at me. Oh. Gitmo, I'm getting to know you, Gitmo. I'm getting to know you. I should have predicted that. Because Gitmo's the kind of guy, if you say predict the score of a game, he's like, I don't predict scores. What's the point? It doesn't change the outcome.
Okay, big play here. It's 2nd and 2. It looked like a long play for a first down. We have a maybe fumble and maybe Denver recover. It's a running play.
Look at this. Bears for a 12, 14-yard gain, and they're at like the 35-yard line. They're going to make it a game, baby.
Okay, I think his knee touched before it was pulled loose, but we're going to see. It's Denver ball if it's a fumble.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the knee's down. Looks down.
Okay. And I agree with you, man. Mike McCarthy, I don't have a lot of respect for him as a coach. Not at all.
It's going to take a long time for them to figure it out. No, after his knee touches, I'm at 99%.
First down again. That was Montgomery for the Bears, 10-yard run. First down. I never rooted so hard for the Bears before. My favorite thing about the Rams today was that our ST had their best game of the season, and they are horrible. He's talking about ST. Why am I drawing a blank? Special teams. Special teams?
Yeah, the Barrios run back for sure.
No. He's talking about the Rams. He's talking about the
Rams. The Rams.
I know
Peo cares about the Rams and the peanut butter cup.
Nick Foles, back to pass, end zone. Incomplete. That was a good 2nd and 1 play. And Gitmo, doesn't that bother you that whenever we have 2nd and 1, we never go for it? We never fake the handoff, play action, go for a big play. Every time we just run it up the middle. And then I'm watching Chicago at Nick Foles take a shot in the end zone on a snowy day. It's not coming down the snow, but the ground has snow on it.
Okay, Raiders. Looks like 2nd and 5 for the Raiders. They're on the verge of scoring. Also, my second favorite team won today, by the way. You know what team that is?
Who's that? The team playing the Chargers.
The Texans. We know the name. You can't say the team playing the Chargers. It's the Texans this week. Okay. The Texans killed the Chargers. I think they probably knocked them out of the playoffs.
Yeah. So we're probably going to, again, have to explain why you root for every team playing the Chargers.
Well, for many years, they were my favorite team. I went to all the games. I painted my face. I had pictures of me painting my face. Oh, first down, Raiders at the 5. It's me 1st and 5. 1st and goal from the 5. Yeah, Jeremy and I are having an awkward date right now.
Yeah, that sounds like an awful... but how much younger were you going to go to be nice? What was Peo supposed to do? Like, that's the worst when you try to go young to be nice. But I mean, he couldn't go, like, if a girl's 22, you can't say 12.
You can say 25. I mean, if she's 22, you say 18. Touchdown, Raiders. Touchdown, baby.
So the Bears and Jets trade with each other a lot. Okay. I'm not remembering the trades right now, but I believe you. I'm not disputing that at all, Brian. I just need a reminder because 40 years of Jets is just scrambled in my brain. So I only remember the last 4 or 5 trades we've made.
13-13. But
touchdown!
Touchdown,
Bears! A crazy run! The Bears pull within 3. Khalil Herbert! Yes! All right, let's go Bears, baby!
Bears,
baby! That Seahawks. Historically, let's see. What else? We're falling behind on the chat. The Bears should trade Mac at this point while he still has value. Yeah. I could see that. I could see trading Khalil Mack now to kind of rebuild around Justin Fields, get yourself some draft capital. Depends what you get. You better get something good for him. Plus, you're freeing up a lot of salary cap because he probably makes a shitload of money.
So I used to paint my face seeing Charger games. I love them. And then I knew people had season tickets for 40 years. Huh. They moved to Los Angeles. San Diegans hate Los Angelites. Hate them. Hate Los Angeles. Hate the traffic, everything about it. So a lot of us decided we hated the Chargers. And some people like Murray, He decided he liked the players. So even though there's hardly any players the same, he's still a Charger fan. But he shouldn't be.
He shouldn't be. No. So, Peo, I think you meant to say that they can't run as fast, right? So the snow adds a cushion, plus the players cannot run as fast, so they're less likely to get injured. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I think you were trying to say.
So Jeremy, if the Jets move to Jersey, would you still love them? That was a joke. They are in Jersey.
They did move. Well, I was in middle school. I was in junior high school. I think I was in 7th or 8th grade. And all I remember is the Jets moved out of Shea Stadium to the Meadowlands. And the reason was Leon Hess, the owner, didn't like the bathrooms in Shea Stadium.
They were bad bathrooms. They were really
bad bathrooms.
They were bad. When you were like 6 and I used to sneak you out of school and take you to Mets games, I had to take you in myself, I could hold it in, but I couldn't make you hold it in. I had to take you in those bathrooms.
Right. I remember that. I remember going to that first Met game too.
Sometimes I wouldn't want to go in. You were so young, though. I felt I had to go in with you, but I'd say, I'll meet you at the exit. Then I felt guilty. You get kidnapped. What am I going to say?
I was fine. No one was kidnapping me. I was too ugly. Gitmo agrees on taking.
Still are.
I agree on taking a long. Yeah. So Gitmo, you're still calling him LaFraud, so I guess you're still not too. I guess that means you're not a big LaFleur fan yet. He hasn't won you over yet with some of this improved offense.
But hey, Raiders hit the extra point, so they're up 14-13.
Okay, so the Raiders are now. Wait a second.
Both so teams are 7-7 right now. So the winner is 8-7 and has a big advantage.
So you're calling an amazing game right now, and we're.
I know, I'm doing a great job.
I promise, as we get towards the fourth quarter, we'll talk less about the Jets and other things, and we will focus more on what's going on in that game. I promise. Running back Joe's was a trade. Oh yeah. I remember that. I remember that trade with the Bears for Jones. Yep, I do. It's all in my head, man. It's just lost, but it's there when you bring it back up like that.
Hey, Jeremy, where does Denver? Where are they starting from?
25-yard line.
Yeah,
oh no, tackle
him.
A
long time,
huh?
Took you a long time to figure that one out.
That's because I'm watching Seattle almost run one back, which is pissing me off. But they luckily got tackled.
Back to pass. Big gain, 20-yard gain for the Broncos. 20-yard gain for the Broncos around their own 45, 1st and 10.
I remember Thomas Jones, Bryant. He was okay for us for the year or two, right? He was okay. It wasn't like a horrible thing where he was bad, right? It was just we were bad, I'm guessing.
So Jeremy, you think anybody cares if I call this game?
I think they'll let you call the game. Well, I'm sorry. Were you trying to call it?
Do you care if I call this game? I'm asking. Do you?
I want you to call the game. We want you to call the game.
Oh, okay. I'll call it, man.
Interrupt us when things happen, because I'm going to stop when things happen on the field. 1st
and 10 from their own 45, but they just had a running play for a loss of 2, loss of 3. 2nd and 12.
See, Peo, you and me already have a connection. I already knew what you meant to say before you even said it. Shea was the worst place to watch. You know what? It wasn't much better of a place to watch a baseball game, except the fact that I was a kid, so it didn't matter to me.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. And we used to, I don't know if we should admit this. Hopefully the statute of limitations has expired, but I used to beg business people that were at Shea Stadium in box seats if they would give me their ticket stub. I said I'd give it right back to them. So you find a guy. You always find a guy. So you give me his ticket stub. I'd go into the box seat area. I put it through the gate for Jeremy. I think I started sending him first so he'd be safer. Both of us would get through. And then I would look for empty seats, which there always were in Shea because they sucked, the Mets.
Oh, no. Huge play, 30-yard run for Seattle. They're already almost in the red zone.
Anyway, so we'd end up sitting in box seats. Yeah. For $1.50 general admission tickets I'd buy, and we'd sit in box seats. Except when my buddy Norman Slew, that's Mark Slew's dad, used to slip me some business seats of his own right behind home plate.
Gitmo Pop, I agree. And I agree with Gitmo. Mike LaFleur is growing on me as well a little bit. But look, I've never not complained about an offensive coordinator at least once or twice a game. So let's be honest. There's bonehead calls that we're not going to like, and they'll always will be. So Thomas Jones did okay as a Jet. I think I remember that. Yeah, man. Jeez, 40 years, man. You know, I lose track of. I forget about players. We had Thomas Jones. He was the top running back.
Okay. Denver just punted. Fair catch at the 12. No run back. 1st and 10 from
end zone, touchdown, Seattle.
Bummer. 12.
That was Everett for Seattle. Gerald Everett got the touchdown pass in the end zone. Very impressive.
You know, play. I have a much closer game here, right?
I know, but I got to call the touchdown. They care more about the Seattle-Chicago game.
I know. I know. Anyway, you came through for those Mark Slew, Norman Slew, Wall Street box seats, right?
I don't know.
I know we saw a doubleheader together there.
Yes, Tommy Herr winked at me.
And the play...
and then hit a home run.
The play he did. Lee Mazzilli gave me his autograph. And the playmates, whatever, they play a softball game between the two games. It was a doubleheader. You didn't care, or you were too young. I was beginning to care.
So we have someone new in the chat. GC Spence, wanted for the Denver Broncos, offensive coordinator whose system is not offensive. So I take it you're not enjoying the offensive coordinator. I thought he got off to a good start this year. I thought they were doing really good with Bridgewater.
But also Bridgewater's out, right? That's
tough. Yeah. Drew Lock is in.
Yeah, it's tough.
But let us know. Are you a fan of Denver, GC? Let us know in the chat. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do me the favor and give me the sub. And I'll put up your comments on the board. And we won't say anything rude or bad about Denver. The only sour memory I have about Denver is, I think it was 1998. We were up 10-0 at the half in the AFC Championship game. And, of course, Elway brought Denver back and took the Super Bowl, which was in our grasp, away from us Jet fans to keep my suffering.
Okay, Jeremy, if the Jets moved to New England to be the New England team, would you still be a Jets fan?
I need time to think that up. I need time to think about that. I live in Sacramento now, so I mean, does it make a difference where the Jets are playing? Except I can't have a camaraderie with New England and Boston fans. So, if that makes any sense.
Well, what do you think? What do you think about most Jet fans? You think they could deal well with moving to New England?
I think it would be similar to what's going on what happened with the Chargers. I think they would lose a lot of fans, and I think they would keep a lot of fans.
Okay, Raiders 1st and 10. Looks like a game of about 6-5. Second and five for the Raiders. Denver needs to stop them because they're down by a point, and they need this is a must-win game.
Eventually, the fans would be gone in New York because just like with the Giants and the Dodgers in baseball, right? Eventually, no
one cares about those teams.
The 70s at Shea, they wouldn't even open the 2 upper levels. Sat in the Loge for general admission.
The only place they checked seats were the box seats. So that's why you had to sneak in there with somebody else's stub. And most of the time, the guys would see us and they would know who really owned those seats. They would just let us sit there. They didn't care. They knew they were empty seats. Once in a while, you get a guy playing for a tip. But, I'm 12 years old. He's 5. Okay. They're playing for a tip for a 12-year-old.
Oh, my God. What's going on in the Broncos game?
1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 30. Looks like a 3-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Both teams playing for their season here. I believe both teams playing for their season.
Yeah. So our Broncos fan in the crowd appreciates you calling the game for him.
Second and 7 Raiders.
Yeah, well, Denver has been a defensive team only since Manning, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we know the feeling. I'm a Jets fan. So I have to think long and hard before the last.
You don't know the feeling because you never had an offense. You can't even remember that far back. At least GC remembers the good days.
That's right. At least you could remember a good offense.
Okay, big play for the Raiders. Big play for the Raiders. Looks like a 15-yard gain into Bronco territory. Sorry, GC.
I think that it was if you watch the Zach Wilson run, Peo, and you watch the McDermott, the offensive lineman's catch in the end zone, and you take the perspective of a Jets fan.
First and 10 Raiders.
Anytime, no, go ahead. Interrupt me when you need to. Anytime something exciting happens for the Jets.
First down, 15-yard pass.
Okay.
Well into Denver territory.
In Denver territory. Uh-oh. Here we go. Anytime something exciting happens, Peo,
I love interrupting you, man.
It's a great game for Jets fans. Now, this was a bittersweet victory because we wanted an edge rusher. So, if the Jets and Buckle play next week, the final score might be 3-2. No. No,
the defense will score more than that.
Yeah, your defense would score. You don't understand just how bad the Jets defense is. Trust me. You don't need an offensive coordinator. Okay? You, my friend, could be the quarterback. Jeez. Okay? You can, and with your kids, and they could be playing alongside you, and you could score against the Jets. So no, really, you'd still crush us.
What's going on in your game?
Denver. I'm sorry, I said Denver. Chicago has the ball. Now they're moving the ball pretty well. It's 1st and 10, and they're at like the 35-yard line. They're down by 10 points. There's like a minute and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. So the game is not over because, again, they can get within one and make it a one-scoring game.
Hey, GC, I do want to say I think it's going to be tough for you to get the division. KC is up 30-0 against the Steelers. So I think they're going to take the division.
Yeah. You're right
today.
You're right, Gitmo. Those years were, I can remember those years and everything. Vinny, we were a good offense with Vinny. Hey, I mean the Ken O'Brien, right? I'm just joking around because when we had Ken O'Brien, remember we used to air it out. Remember 10-1 before he got hurt? We had a great offense.
1st and 10 from the 30s, Denver 36. Looks like a 7-yard run. I'd say 2nd and 3 from maybe the 32.
In its own way, even the Mark Sanchez years, that we went to the 2 AFC championship games, it was a good offense in what we did. We may not have been slinging the ball all over the place, but we controlled the ball. We had an amazing offensive line. So, I mean, we've had okay offenses. We've never been like the special offense that's like the greatest show on earth or Denver with Peyton Manning. We've never had that.
Here's a very good play. 2nd and 2, 3-yard loss on the running play.
Wow.
So it's going to be 3rd and 5 from the 30 for the Raiders. From the Denver 30.
Yeah, tanking is nobody is. You see, there's a difference though about tanking, right? There's fans who root for the team to lose to get a bigger pick versus a team purposely losing. That's very different things.
It's a big play for Denver. Passing play, Carr's back, sacked for a 10-yard loss.
Wow.
Back at the 42 of Denver. Raiders back at 42 of Denver. So that's a big play. Big play for Denver.
Yeah. Peo, I think it's just that we want an edge rusher. Jet fans want an edge rusher. And they might go in the top 2 picks. So for some reason, every Jet fan.
No, it's a fumble.
Oh,
it's a fumble. I think Denver might have recovered. Boom. Fantastic. He was sacking him, knocked the ball out. A Denver guy jumped on top of it. I think it's Denver ball.
Denver ball. We have a happy person in the chat. Denver ball.
10 for the Denver 42 is what I'm thinking.
Go. All right. There you go, Bronco fans.
Not 100% sure. Everything's always under review.
Oh, hell yeah. We should have taken Marino. Gitmo. Come on. It's the one thing I remember. My earliest memory was of a draft, of even knowing what a draft was the New York Sports Club packed with Jets fans chanting, Danny, Danny, and the Jets take out of UC Davis, Ken O'Brien. I think that's the beginning of the Jets jinx.
It's also when you became more of a fan because you started understanding how drafts played into the whole thing and, how a draft choice can change your whole, and a quarterback can change your whole team.
Yeah, I mean, I can't root for the Jets.
Yeah, baby.
It's very hard for me to root for the Jets to do poorly.
Hey, GC, by the way, my middle name is Spencer. Just saying. They used to call me Spence when I used to play football in Brooklyn.
So I think you just gotta. Oh yeah, there you go. I think you gotta play the game. You root for your team, and then when the draft comes, you worry about it. But I'm not gonna say it wasn't a punch in the stomach today. If Jacksonville scores that touchdown and we wrap up an edge rusher, that would have been nice too.
Hey,
Sack.
By the way, when I say played football in Brooklyn, I'm talking about 2-hand touch on my street.
Yes, the Cravat brothers did not play tackle football.
No. I did a few times. Man, that hurts. That hurts.
Ouch. I'm not doing that again.
My buddy Dave Whistler used to have me running back, stay back, because he liked the way I blocked for him, and he could always dump it to me if he was in trouble.
There are plenty of edge rushers in this year's draft. That is true. I'm going to do one thing. Hold on. Keep them entertained, Lee. Tell them what's going on in the game.
Yeah.
The Bears, hold on. Let me call this one play. Pass. Oh, a beautiful pass to the tight end for the Bears on second and forever to Kmet. K-M-E-T is his last name. And that's going to make a 3rd and 1 in the red zone, 11-yard line. Let's go, Bears.
Right. Carr is very upset. Okay, so we're 1st and 10. As I said, I think it's the 42. Denver zone 42. Yeah, I look like I'm right. And running play. Oh, sorry. Well, he was. They had him behind the line of scrimmage, but he got a little bit free. Looks like a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 from the 44.
Yeah, coaching. Me and my brother have always said. This one thing me and Lee have always said for years and years is it starts with the coach, and that's because we lived in New York and we knew Parcells, right? We grew up with Parcells, so we always appreciated and understood the value of a coach.
Golf clash, nice. Yeah, middle name Spencer. Okay, Denver pass. Looks like it might be a 1st down. They're ruling it complete. Right on the sideline. Could have gone either way. I think they're in Raider territory.
I love that his name is Spencer.
Wait, they're going to show it. Looks like the 43. I don't know if he stayed in bounds, though. Very close. Very close. They called it in bounds, and they're playing, so it's good to go.
4th and inches. Chicago goes for it. Seattle saying no, but that could be wishful thinking. It depends on where they spot the ball.
Looks like 2nd and 8 from the 45. From the 40. Looks like 2nd and 8 from the 40. 2nd and 7 from the 40.
This is just all on the spot. Where is he going to put the ball down? Seattle guy's got to get out of the ref's face and tell him to stop telling him what to do. It's like trying to tell him where to put the ball.
My mom named me Lee as my first name. She was going to name me Clint. I would have got the shit beat out of me.
First down for Chicago. 1st down.
I would have got the shit beat out of me because I was no Clint. No gain. Still 2nd and 7. 3rd and 7 for Denver. And she was going to name me Spencer was for Spencer Tracy, by the way. My mom likes Spencer Tracy.
I have not heard the Jaguar podcast, but I'll check it out someday, Payo, for sure. We take ideas. Sometimes you get a husband and wife. Sometimes you get two brothers from Brooklyn.
We haven't lived in Brooklyn for a while.
Hey, Peo, if you haven't done it, check out Cravat Attack. Like my last name, Cravat Attack.
Okay,
one word,
play.
Cravat Attack.
Big play, 3rd and 7 from the 40. Oh. I think he was like 2 yards short of the first down, went backwards. So it's going to be 4th and maybe 1.5. No, it was just 5 yards. It was just 5 yards. It wasn't over.
But Peo, check out Cravat Attack, where our other brother Matthew.
It was probably 3 yards. Now I want to correct it. Probably 3 yards. 4th and 4.
The 3 Cravat brothers and a guest eat crazy hot sauces. So check out Cravat Attack, Peo. You'll get a good laugh from that.
Yeah. Jeremy loves his hot sauce. This is a field goal. This puts them up by 1 if they hit it. It looks good. Oh, no. No. Wide.
Oh, no.
The kicker does one of these.
Just for the record, Bob, before that game that Hutchinson had the 3 sacks, I wanted Hutchinson. And I'm just saying, it's on record. Like, if you look at, I guess we'd have to, it would be ridiculous for me to say it's on record because we have to search through shows of Jets 24/7. But in the chats, I've been saying Hutchinson forever. So I've always liked Hutchinson the best. Just saying for the record. But you're right.
Spencer, do you like McManus? He a good kicker? I got to think you are not happy.
Oh, he's probably pissed off at McManus right now for sure.
Yeah.
How do you spell your last name? K-R-E, V as in Victor, A-T, Appleton.
V as in victory.
K-R-E, V as in victory, A-T.
All right.
Found it, laughing out loud.
Raiders take over.
Which one should he watch, though? Which one should Peo watch?
I always tell people to watch the Chocolate Plague because that was so hot. And our guest was a guy who grows his own reapers. My buddy, and I can't remember his name, Rob Wilhite, grows his own reapers. And if he was almost knocked out cold, just like we were. That was hot.
You know how I feel about Mac Jones? Anytime that the Patriots fall behind, he doesn't look like such a good quarterback.
No.
Every time. As soon as the Patriots fall behind and they can no longer do that game plan of dinking and dunking and just being safe, and he has to stretch the field a little bit, he's like any other rookie.
He's a dinker dunker, man. He's a dinker dunker.
Dinker dunker.
Yeah.
Love
KC
McManus.
Still up 30-0 over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, McManus is actually a great kicker, so this just happens to be an off thing. The Jets would love to have McManus a kicker. Although our kicker is doing okay, although he got an extra point blocked.
Yeah, he missed one. Hey, what do you think about Detroit today? They almost got another win.
Oh, sack on Chicago. Shit. 3rd and goal. What? Say that again?
Detroit almost got another win. What do you think about that?
I was hoping for a Detroit win. I'm very disappointed they didn't win. Very disappointed. That would have been great for Jet fans if Detroit would have won that game.
There's a commercial in my game. Why don't you hold down the fort, but look for me in the chat to know that I'm back. I'm going to go get something to eat.
Okay, I won't take you off. How about that? Why don't we just shut your camera off? You could do it. There you go. My brother's learning technology. Okay. If you were having a child tomorrow and you had to name it after one player on the Jets, who would you pick, current and legacy? Wow. Wow, that's a huge one, man. Wow, that's really a good question. Okay. So my favorite Jet of all time, still officially, and this could change because I love some of the guys on this team, was Wayne Corbett. But I'm not naming my kid Wayne. And it's no offense to anybody named Wayne. I'm just not into that name. So it's not going to be Wayne. Wow, my God. That's a really good question. Man, I love Curtis Martin. Curtis? Curtis Cravat. Who else did I love? Who did we love, Gitmo? Who are those guys we loved? Joe Klecko. I might go with Mickey Schuler. I don't know why I forgot him, because I think back then, as much as I loved the Sack Exchange, I think Mickey Schuler, outside of Wayne Corbett, before Wayne Corbett, my favorite Jet ever was Mickey Schuler. So I'm going to say Mickey. So my poor child is going to go through life with the name Mickey. Chicago is going for a field goal. They blew it in the red zone. The icy field makes it scary. He kicks it. Good. 24-17. They are within one score, but there's only 10 minutes to go in the game. At 7 or 8, Hutchinson would be fine. At number 1 or 2, no way. Okay, man. Look, we don't know who's going to do what, so I respect your opinion. I respect what you're saying. I loved them, but I mean, I have no beef with somebody who wants to take Kenyon Green even. I don't think they're crazy. I don't think you're crazy if you'd rather take Hamilton. And I don't think it's crazy to think Thibodeau is better than Hutchinson, because Thibodeau might be a more complete player as far as the run and everything else. And I do think it's crazy, Gitmo, that one game changes things so much. And we see it all the time. Like a one bowl game or one game, and suddenly players jump or drop tons and tons of spots. It makes no sense to me. Daughter, Park Meltdown. Time for Daddy to come to the rescue. Thanks, guys. Hey, take care. It was great having you. Please sub to the channel, my friend. Great. We'll hope to see you back. Appreciate it. Gitmo, Emerson. Oh, Emerson. That's actually a cool name, too. Wow, so you're going back old school, aren't we? We're going back old school. Gitmo, you love to show how old school you are. You always jump on those opportunities to remind me that. Yeah, that's a good one though. Nice. Yeah, Mickey Schuler, man, he was a great tight end. I know Gitmo liked him. I think he say that Mickey Schuler was the best all-around tight end we ever had on the Jets, or was there a guy before? Was there a guy before Mickey Schuler? Sorry, I'm old. Hey, man, you're not that much older than me. You're not that much older than Lee. You're not that much older than Lee. Trust me, man. You're not that much older than him. I always said it, Gitmo. If we were related, we'd be brothers. You're not like, it's not like an uncle dad thing. It's like you're like a big brother in age. So that's not that old. That just means that I'm old too. Peo time, hanging around with us for a while. Thanks, Peo. It's like, we're up and down on this channel. We're up and down. I mean, you got to admit, it's kind of a crazy idea. Let's just do a Redzone watch party. And on a channel that I insist is NFL chaos, but clearly a Jets channel. I can't help it. But when I start getting guests like Peo in the off season to do mock drafts and to do reviews and things like that, it'll feel more like a well-balanced all-around NFL channel. And you saw how nice we were to that Broncos fan, right? So all are going to be welcome here.
Oh, yeah.
All are going to be welcome. So Gitmo said he was sorry he's old, and I said, don't worry, you're not that much older than Lee.
I'm pretty old.
But you know what, Gitmo? It gives you a lot of time to be around here and to be on the YouTube, and that's why we met, and that's why we get to spend so much time chatting. So I'm glad you're the age you are. I'm sure that when you were younger, it may have been more difficult for you to be available to be in the chat rooms, right? So you were from Queens. Couldn't mix you with you Brooklyn guys. Really?
The Raiders first and 10.
Brooklyn and Queens are similar to me. I actually think Queens is more like Brooklyn was than Brooklyn is today. Like when I go into like Astoria, I feel there are more mom and pop type bakeries. It feels more like the Brooklyn I grew up in than Brooklyn does. So I kind of like going to Queens when I'm visiting, just so I could walk around Astoria and know what it's like to go into a bakery, a mom and pop bakery again.
Raiders have the ball 2nd and 7 at the Denver 30, up by a point.
Oh, you're still calling that game?
Yeah. Did Spence leave?
He had to leave. His kids were. He had to be. He has 2 daughters like you, right? So, did he say daughters or I don't know? But he has 2 young kids at the park. He had to attend to them. Richard Castor was the best receiving tight end the Jets ever had.
First down Raiders, so Spence would not be happy.
I missed out on some great Jet years by being young or younger. Because if you had a tight end better than Mickey Schuler, I wish I could have watched that. I wish I could have experienced that. Boy, did I love Mickey. He did everything. He blocked. He caught every third down. He was your target, man. Even Richard Todd was able to hit him. Seattle running the ball. Oh, they're going to put the game away. Oh, no. No. Seattle just ran all the way to the 15-yard line. And they're up by a touchdown with 10 minutes to go. It's not looking good for us, Bob. That Seattle pick is not going to get any better, at least not this week. Unfortunately. It's okay, man. It's okay. There's so many good players in this draft, and we got 2 top 10 picks or whatever. It's going to be fine.
Hey, Denver has to have a stop here. 2nd and 4, Raiders driving. If Denver wants to stay in this game and keep their playoff hopes alive.
Okay. Seattle snaps the ball from the 15-yard line.
Right, they stopped him at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, no, the quarterback sneak to the 10.
It's going to be 3rd and 4.
So we have Seattle knocking on the door. Who has the ball in your game, Lee?
The Raiders, 3rd and 4 from the 20.
What's the score?
They're up 14-13. This is big, huge play. From the 15, huge play for Denver. They have to stop him. Oh, sack. Boom. Carr goes down at the 25. Loss of 8 yards. So it's 4th down. That's big. Instead of going up by over a touchdown, they'll be up by only 4 if they hit it.
Chicago tightened up their defense, and now it's 3rd down and 7, I think. So they have a chance to hold Seattle to a field goal attempt. The challenge for them is that they'll be down 10 points with only a little over 8 minutes to play at that rate.
I think they've got to go for the field goal. They got to put themselves up. Yep, going for the field goal. And
here's Seattle.
It's good.
Okay, here's Seattle on 3rd down. He's under pressure. He's going to get hit. Sacked for a loss.
Oh.
That could affect field goal range all the way back to the 24. It's icy out there, man. It's going to be a 40-yard attempt on an icy turf.
Well, we just saw a 40-yard attempt or more successful by the Raiders. They're up 17-13. It's about, I would say, 8.5 minutes left. So Denver's got to put something together, or the Raiders are going to have the advantage in the playoff hunt.
So we got a huge field goal attempt coming. If they miss it, Chicago can come back and get a touchdown and tie this game. And you never know. They might go for the win, 2-point conversion. Here's the attempt. The snap. The kick is on the way. It looks good, but it curves, and it's no good. It went left, and then stayed within a touchdown. The Bears are still alive.
Hey, how was Russell Wilson playing, by the way?
He was playing really good until that last play where he got sacked.
That's not on him necessarily.
I think he's playing okay. I think he's playing a good game considering Chicago. It's ice cold outside. It's this icy cold game. Yeah. He's going against Chicago's defense.
He's got 2 touchdowns.
They got 24 points. Yeah. I would say it's his best game since he came back from injury.
Yeah. Right now, his quarterback rating for this game is a 118. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's his best game since he's come back. If you're a Seattle fan, you got to feel really good about that because I think that they were starting to get pretty worried.
Well, if you're trading him, are you getting worried that you're not going to get a lot in a trade for him?
Well, we'll see if they trade him. I don't know how much I believe anymore. Me and Gitmo have been around long enough to know that until something happens, we're not going to jump to any conclusions.
I really like both Wilsons a lot. So
yeah. Well, Russell's had an amazing career.
Would you trade him?
No,
I wouldn't.
I would not trade him.
I wouldn't.
I would not trade him. I don't. It's like I think teams, when you have a good quarterback for long enough time, you forget how precious that could be.
Yeah, even though it's maybe not having his best year, you keep him anyway, right?
Hell yeah.
I'm agreeing.
Yeah, he hurt his finger. I mean,
by the way, Steelers got a field goal, 30-3, down 27. They're just starting the fourth quarter there in Kansas City.
That is a team of pride. They didn't want to get shut out. Yeah. They're just too proud.
One of Ben's last games.
How can you trade Wilson with no quarterbacks to draft?
Exactly.
Well, even with quarterbacks to draft, how do you take the chance?
Yeah. I don't think you do.
Yeah. I mean, like,
he'll pull a Brady on you. He'll pull a Brady on you wherever he goes. He's gonna make trouble for you.
Yeah. He'll pull a Brady. I mean, that's my rule.
You up?
When you find a quarterback, you do everything to keep him. Let's see. Third and 3 now for Chicago. They are down by a touchdown. They're moving towards midfield. They really need this first down. Otherwise, they're going to be in one of those situations where you punt and need a 1, 2, 3 and out. And they have not consistently been able to stop Seattle to want to be in that position.
Oh, man, just nothing going on for Denver on the ground. Hey, so what do you think about Buffalo taking down the Patriots?
I called it. That was on my prediction show.
Well, you also called Detroit over Atlanta, I think.
I did. I came very close. They lost by 4 points. It's pretty impressive.
I think
nobody called that game. Nobody called that game, and I came close.
I think you called the Chargers.
Well, of course I called the Chargers. Who would have thought that the Chargers would lose to Houston?
Who'd you have in Rams, Minnesota? Rams, Vikings. Who'd you have?
I had the Rams. Yeah, I had the Rams.
Rams, Vikings. That's an interesting game because back when I was a kid, that was a matchup. That was a huge matchup every year in the playoffs, or maybe it was in the Super Bowl. I can't even remember. And the Rams would never win because I was a Rams fan back then. We each got to pick one non-New York team, me and my friends.
I remember you rooting for the Rams over the Steelers. Here go the Bears. He's going to run for it. No, he stops and throws it in front of the line of scrimmage, and that was a mistake. Incomplete pass.
Okay, Locke is back to pass. At the 30, 3rd and 7. Their own 30. Denver's own 30, 3rd and 7. Lots of pressure. He's got to run with the ball. He's going for the sidelines. Oh, he gets tackled from behind. A shoestring tackle from behind. Went down very hard. 4th down and 2. 4th and 2 for Denver.
I just want to say a jet was called for pass interference today. Or not a jet. It was a Jacksonville Jaguar for a lot less than what the Seattle Seahawks just did to the Chicago receiver. But there's no flag.
Did he deserve the call on the Jet game?
Oh, the Jackson, we interfered, I think. Oh, yeah. When they replayed it, it wasn't as obvious. Actually, on Mosley, it wasn't as obvious. I don't know. I think people feel differently about it. But when they watched it on a lot of people said it wasn't as obvious of a penalty.
So Locke's talking it over. I think they might just have to go for it. I mean, 5.5 minutes left in the game, 4th and 2.
Thanks for hanging around, Gitmo. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Gitmo. Nice meeting you old man.
We'll see you later.
They're going to go for it, 4th and 2. Down by, I was just telling you how much down by. Down by 4, 4th and 2. Not even in midfield, though.
Seattle, oh man, Seattle's just
probably the game right here. Jeremy.
Okay, let you. Seattle is running away with this, so let me take over. Tell us everything. Start from scratch. What's going on in that game?
4th and 2. Denver pass complete. 4th and 2 complete. They were pitching it from their own 32. It's at midfield, right? The 50. That was a huge play. I'm just saying that because the game is over. If they don't get a first down, it was 4th.
How much time is on the clock?
A lot of guts. I'm guessing 7 minutes, but I haven't showed it in a while.
And they're down by how many points?
Down by 4.
Okay.
So it's huge. They've got to do a touchdown. They missed the field goal attempt. 5 minutes left in the game. 5 minutes left in the game. 1st and 10 from midfield. Lock at quarterback. But
Hey,
they're
Lee,
right
I don't
at
know if
midfield.
you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. They're right at midfield in the shotgun formation. Going back to pass. Quick out pass. Looks like a 4-yard gain. Going to be 2nd and 6 from the 46.
So on Jet Nation today, I told Green Bean that when I hit 200 subscribers, I'm going to eat a quarter teaspoon of the last dab, and I'm going to do a live mock draft right after eating the last dab. I'm going to do a live draft so everyone could see my decision making in that state of mind. And about 12 to 14 people subscribed to the channel once I said that.
Are you going to do it with or without coolant?
I haven't decided that yet. I think it would be fun if I did it without.
But only a quarter teaspoon.
Well, that's
a pass. 1st and 10 pass. Second and 10 pass in the guy's breadbasket, and the guy had to turn the other way, but it still hit him in the numbers, and he dropped it. I mean, it hit him in the numbers.
So Zach Wilson's not the only one.
No, it hits him in the numbers. I think it's the tight end, number 85. Is that a tight end? Hits him in the numbers. Can't come down with it. There's the defender was behind him, not touching him, not even blocking the view of the ball.
Nice stop for Chicago. They might have some life in them. 3rd down, if they could hold them here.
3rd and 10 shotgun from the 50. Back to pass. A big play. 3rd and 10. Oh, sack. It's going to be 4th and 15. Oh, no. Sorry, Spencer, man. Don't look good.
He's taking his kids home from the park.
I'm still telling him it doesn't look good.
Okay.
If you're there somewhere, it don't look good.
What down is it?
4th and 15, 4th and 16.
Oh, are they punting?
Well, if they punt, there's only 4 minutes left. I mean, punt.
They got to hold them.
Fair catch at the 10.5. So they got to hold them. Yeah.
They got to hold them.
You know what I was eating, by the way? I'm hungry again. You know why I was hungry again?
Because you're watching me eat onion rings?
I was eating tofu strips, very delicious, that Becca made, and Brussels sprouts that she made. Oh, I love the Brussels. I love it with garlic, piece of garlic in there. Oh, it's good.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's delicious. Just I'm already hungry is the problem.
No, I prefer Burger King.
Ew. I made salmon last night. We had some leftover salmon, but I didn't want to hog it all. I had it for breakfast. 33-3 in the Kansas City game. They're up 33-3.
So this is pretty huge. This is huge. Chicago pushed Seattle backwards. I don't think they're in field goal range. It would be over 50 yards. It's 4th and 21. There's 3 minutes to go. It looks like Chicago's going to get a chance here to get the ball back.
Do they have that kind of a drive in them?
They're punting right now, so we'll see. But it's an icy field. I mean, anything could happen, right?
Usually for the defense.
It's not like Nick. It's not like Nick Foles has never done anything in his career, right?
Usually an icy fields goes in favor of the D, though. Usually.
That's true, but there's been a lot of big running plays because of it. Defenders slipping.
Yeah.
But you don't want to run with 3 minutes to go, and you need a touchdown, so it's going to be hard to run.
Yep. I got about 4 minutes left here. It's going to be a long drive. Yeah. Have to drive the ball 90 yards.
Well, who has the ball now?
The Raiders had the ball.
Right. So the Denver got to do a 1, 2, 3 and out to have any chance, right?
Yeah, and they get the ball back at midfield and touchdown. Field goal won't do it. They're down by 4. So
Seattle punched too far out of the end zone, so 20-yard line.
Where's the ball?
20-yard line. I believe. I don't think that they changed the rule for punts.
It's 20 for a punt. For a punt, it's 20. Yeah. You are correct.
So we still have somebody in the chat. Is that you, John Post? If it's you, you've been quiet for a long time, or it's possibly just left it on for our benefit.
Oh, my Fitbit is talking to me. It probably says, yeah, it just says, get up and walk, you loser. That's what my Fitbit tells me.
That always happens near the end of these games we do.
All right, first down, first and 10. I think he got to the 20.
Same here.
I think he got to the 14.
Completed pass. Completed pass. 25, 27, 30. Won't go down. 30 yards.
Keep going.
All the way to the 50-yard line. He wouldn't go down. He carried somebody. It was like Mark Bavaro in 1986. He carried them 15 yards on his back.
Larry Zonka, every play for the Giants in his last year.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. They're going to tack on another 15 yards.
Second and 7 from the 15. First down. I think that's game. That's game up to the 28, 29-yard line, first and 10. 3 minutes left. I think that was your chance, man. John, you're watching the Chiefs. Why? That's a 30-point game, man.
It's a fantasy. He's a fantasy guy. He probably has players that he's hoping for. Hey, it's he's my most. John, he's so loyal. You're so loyal, John.
You're so loyal. You're so loyal. Hey, I watched your channel today.
That's right.
Yeah.
Here we go. 35-yard line. That was such a big play. An out pass. And he's running with it for a first down. These guys won't get tackled. They won't get tackled. No.
The Denver season on the line.
I was exactly right. Fantasy. He's a fantasy player. He's got players on that game. Here we go. 25-yard line. We got a game. Beautiful pass up the middle. First down and more. So maybe the 10-yard line, maybe, I'm thinking.
Wow, they're going to score and tie it up. Vegas still moving the ball. I don't see Denver coming back here.
2-minute warning. They might leave too much time on the clock.
I'm not going to say it's toast for Denver, but it's getting there. The bread is starting to get hot. I think I'm clever now. I made a bread toast reference.
I could see when John has to leave the stream to check a score or check a stat, because I watch it go down one and then pop back in, because that's him shutting so he can go into something to look at what's going on somewhere else and then come back.
All right, Raiders, 2nd and 7. Running play, which is what they've mainly been doing here. I think gain of, I'm going to say 4, brings up 3rd and 3, I think, for the game. 2:40 left. 3rd and 2.
They got
I'm into this game.
They have to hold them, right?
Because of Spencer, I'm into this game. Even though he's long gone. 2:30 left in the game, 3rd and 2. 15 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to take it all the way down for sure.
They have to hold them.
They have to hold them, but they have not held them on a single play in a while. Okay, here we go. Under center. Carr is under center. Back to pass. Throws a little lobby pass. I'm surprised that's not a touchdown. That's complete. To the 35 of Denver.
Oh, that's done. They're done.
That's game. The bread is starting to brown.
All right. Well, we still got a game here in Chicago. We got a game cooking. We're in the red zone. Got a first down. 2-minute warning. The interesting thing will be is if you're Chicago and you score a touchdown, you're at home. The rule is you go to overtime. You kick the extra point, you go to overtime if you're at home.
They're not.
Do they go for the 2 points and try to win the game?
Hey, listen, I just want to say one thing about Carr, because I gave him a hard time before when he threw that pass at the end of the second half. I got pick-sixed. It was really stupid. But he just threw like a little lob pass over the defenders to get to an open guy in midfield, in the middle of the field, at midfield. It was just a beautiful touch pass. Just a beautiful touch pass. You don't see that a lot. You see these guys zipping it, but This is just a nice lob over the D.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. It's not an accident, his numbers, his success in the NFL.
Yeah. And he was very excited. He ran around like a little kid afterwards.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
It's a big play. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. 1st and 10. It looks like they can still get a first down, so they're at the 11-yard line. It's always interesting because how often do you actually get to the first down without scoring a touchdown?
It happens sometimes. It's better than being at the 9.9.
He drops back. He almost gets sacked. He's trying to run out of the pocket. He fumbles.
No!
He fumbles. It looks like the Bears got it back. But he's pushed back to the 15-yard line. So Nick Foles fumbled. I would credit to Seattle. The defender really punched the ball out well. But the Bears offensive lineman fell on it. And that was number 8. It was Dunlap. Dunlap caused that. It was a great play by Dunlap. It's very hard to get used to a defensive player, number 8.
Kansas City just scored a field goal, 36-3. Mahomes. I'm thinking
Nick Foles in the pocket, throws it to the end zone. He caught it. Was he in? No. Out of bounds.
Ooh, sorry, Jets. You're not playing this game. Draft choice.
Oh. No, he was just way out of bounds. Komet.
So are we going to cover Kansas City when they're the only game left?
This game ain't over.
Huh?
I got a game here.
When it's the only game left. When it's the only game left.
Oh, I don't know. Probably not. 3rd and 14. 3rd and 14. Living on a prayer.
This game is on
ice. Throws it. Did he catch it? He touchdown! Bears score a touchdown! Seattle does not win yet. Jimmy Graham.
All right, 2-point play, 1-point play. Come on, which is it, Jeremy?
We're gonna see if they go for 2.
Mr.
But we got hope. We're back alive. We're back alive. We can get a better draft pick.
You tell us. Are they going for 2?
I don't know. Are they going to go for 2, John? What do you think? John thinks they're going to go for 2. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see. Oh, my God. If they go for 2, that's going to be so dramatic. Okay.
3rd and 12. 3rd and 12 for the Raiders. My wife wants to know how much longer I'm going to be.
They're going for 2.
Call it, Jeremy.
Oh, he's rolling. He's rolling. He throws to the end zone. He caught it, but it was out of bounds. No, he's saying it's good. The referee is saying good, but they're going to have to look at that again. I hope it was. Now, there's a minute left. This game's not over.
There's a minute left.
As it stands right now, the Bears are up by 1 point, 25-24. As it stands, I can't tell because of the snow. It looked like the ball popped back up and he was out of bounds when he brought it back down.
Listen, the Raider game is over. Just letting you know. Raider game is over.
It? Oh, they carried him out. It's like they carried him out of there. No. He fell and his feet are in. And he held on with one hand, and at the end, they knocked it loose. It's the most amazing catch. He held it with one hand. As he landed, he was one hand holding the ball up in the air with one hand. It's amazing. What a play.
Oh, my God. In the snow.
Ice cold football. Unbelievable. The Bears are up 25-24, and Jet fans are going crazy all over the country.
Listen, the Raiders won that game 17-13. So I am here with you for now. It's blocked out, but I'm watching this play. They're showing it on my Redzone channel. That is crazy. He did a somersault. They carried him out. And he still got both feet in bounds as they were carrying him out of bounds. And his ankle bent backwards, and I would have cried like a baby if that happened to me, but he did not cry. Oh, he's showing the ball back.
They got to tackle him. Get him. They get him down right around, guess what yard line, Lee?
25.
25.
That they shown this catch. I can't believe this catch.
That's just unbelievable.
That's one of the best of the season for sure.
An ice cold football.
He's showing the rest. I have it as they're tackling him and carrying him out of bounds. I don't know how he got his feet down because they were all carrying him off field. It was crazy.
Okay, it doesn't look. Seattle has some timeouts, I think. I can't tell. Yeah, I think they do. So we got some time left. This is not over.
Yeah, I can't see the game, so you gotta let me know what's going on.
53 seconds left. Snaps the ball, throws it to the running back who's running towards the out of bounds, gets out at the 31-yard line. Second down, 48 seconds.
Very exciting.
Let me see something. Do they have timeouts? I think they have timeouts. Yeah, I think they have two timeouts. This game is not over.
Not over.
In any way.
In any way.
He's back. He has to run with it, and he's hit hard. They're going to have to use a timeout, or they're going to lose a lot of time. There's a flag. Hopefully it's not targeting. Hopefully they didn't hit him with the helmet. No, it's holding against the Bears.
Against the Bears or Seattle?
I mean Seattle. I'm sorry. Holding against Seattle.
Wilson, I like Wilson, but he just doesn't seem to have it. He's not even going to win here, maybe.
It's just unbelievable to me that the Bears are doing what they're doing. It's just unbelievable with Nick Foles. And now are we going to have a quarterback controversy? No. I hope not.
No, one guy's your quarterback for the future.
Justin's the future.
He's the future.
I just am getting nauseous from all the critics who are going to come in and say, oh, well, he's bad, even though he's a rookie.
We don't know if he's bad yet.
Bears call a timeout. They probably didn't like what they saw on the field.
So lay it down. Where are we?
42 seconds left. It's 2nd and 16.
All right.
2nd and 16. They're at like the 30-yard line. Their own 30-yard line.
Their own 30.
Now, Seattle does have Myers, who's a great kicker. So, but he did miss his last one, remember. He did miss one. The conditions are not great for kicking. It's not great conditions for kickers, but Myers is a very good kicker. His career long is 61 yards. He did it in 2020, Week 10 against the Rams.
2nd and 16?
He did it against the lousy, crappy Rams. Okay, I'm just saying that in case Peo comes around. 2nd and 16. He snaps the ball. He throws the pass. It looks like it's incomplete. Russell Wilson, incomplete. 3rd and 16.
3rd and 16.
38 seconds left.
A long way to go. Long field still. How many timeouts left?
Still 2 timeouts.
What?
Still 2 timeouts.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
3rd and 16. Right now, they got to focus on getting a first down. Bears are way back. Their guys are all back. He throws it. The guy almost at the first down marker. I think he's got a first down, and he went out of bounds. Huge play. All the way to the 38-yard line. Oh, no, It's 4th and short. 4th and short, not there.
They're on 38.
They probably are going to have to call a timeout or something, right? Because it's 4th and short and 30 seconds left. Unless they're saying he got out of bounds. Oh, his knee went down in bounds. He's about a foot away. He's about a foot away. It's 4th and 1. There's 30 seconds left in the game.
They're on 38.
40. But they're one play away from being in field goal range. One big pass play away.
Sure.
So Peo's back. Peo, man, we got a great chance to for Seattle to lose right now. So all right, that next pick of ours, that Seattle pick of ours, could look really good in a second if we can hold on here. The Bears can hold on. Crazy finish, one of the most amazing 2-point conversion catches I've ever seen.
For sure.
I'm sorry if there's any Seattle fans that watch this ever. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be unbiased, but I am a Jets fan. Usually, I wouldn't be rooting against Seattle or usually I don't care.
Your second worst, your second favorite team is the Bears this week.
I think Seattle may have moved. They're saying it's maybe Everett, the wide receiver. Full start. That's going to make it 4th and 6.
Hey, Jeremy, your second favorite team is whoever's playing Seattle this week. It's the Bears
for this season. Next year, I have nothing against Seattle. They can go back to probably I'll root for them a lot because they'll usually play teams I want them to beat. This is a very rare situation that I have to care what Seattle does.
I like Wilson.
I like Wilson too. That's why I usually don't root against them. He's going to run with the ball, and he's being tackled, and I don't think he got it. He fumbled on purpose. That's a purposeful fumble. I think he fumbled on purpose so they can recover it. But that's a flag. That's an automatic penalty.
That's a purposeful fumble.
You're not allowed to fumble forward. It should be a loss of down, though, man. It shouldn't be that you get to just lose yardage and play again. That's so ridiculous. Let's see what they call. Fouls by both teams.
Offsetting. Replay the down.
Offset. Replay fourth down.
I heard that somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it's 21 seconds to go. Seattle only has one timeout. They need that timeout for the field goal attempt if they should get into field goal range. So here it is, 4th and 6. 21 seconds to go, 4th and 6. This is it. This is it. This is it.
Is it?
This is so big. And I don't care what you say, Peo. I care about our picks. The draft picks matter. Just because it doesn't to the Rams doesn't mean it doesn't matter. Our whole team is being built on draft picks. Oh, he throws the ball. Incomplete. Is there a flag? Is there a flag? I see no flag.
No flag. No flag.
No flag. The
no
game
flag.
should be over. Flag. Oh, that's a flag.
No. You said no flag.
There's a flag. That was the latest flag I've ever seen.
That was a gift, that flag.
He called it against the defense. Unsportsmanlike conduct. You're going to decide a game on that? You're going to step in as the referee and decide the outcome of a game on that?
Be a good sportsman, Jeremy.
Oh, my God. Unsportsmanlike conduct. There was no flag on the play. The play was fine. I wasn't wrong. I didn't miss that.
That's what I teach my kids.
But that shouldn't decide the outcome of a game. You can't decide. How do you decide the outcome of a game? That is absolutely crazy if that changes the result of the game.
Crazy.
No, really. It's not rightly.
It's not right.
It's referees wielding power in their own judgment to decide the game. It is not right.
Because it's the game.
It makes the whole game meaningless. It makes every player's effort meaningless when a referee decides who wins based on a judgment like that.
That guy is not happy, let me tell you.
Wait a second. What am I talking about? It was unsportsmanlike. I miscalled the whole thing. It was unsportsmanlike conduct against Seattle.
Hey,
Jeremy, have the ball.
Jeremy,
the game is over.
Jeremy, I can't trust you anymore, man. You missed the flag. You see the flag. The flag's on the wrong team. How am I supposed to know what's going on in this game? I rely on you.
I'm like senile. The Bears win 25-24, and the Jets pick gets better and better every week.
Hey, very important. I just want to tell you, the Steelers have scored a touchdown. They're only down 36.
I see. Hold on one second. Let me fix this. I see what you're saying, pure adrenaline. It was after the play. So all it really did was give the Bears the ball back 15 yards back.
For them to take a knee.
Right. Fake chaos.
Fake chaos.
We needed chaos. I give you the chaos. You don't even know what's going on. I'm watching it and I can't tell you what's going on. I don't know
what's going on.
I have no idea what's going on.
I got to tell you, there's a thing when news reporters cause the news so they can report on it. That's what you're doing. You're causing the chaos so you can go chaotic.
All I know is the Jets pack just got a little bit better. And I will end the show. Lee, anything you want to say?
Well, just that I'm glad that the Steelers were able to at least get a touchdown. So one of the last games, Big Ben isn't touchdownless game.
Oh, how nice and sentimental of you.
I'm trying to be nice. And I want to say sorry to Spencer. The Raiders are the team that still have a shot. Denver's going to have to look forward to next year.
Thank you, Payo Time. I appreciate that. I will have my live stream show, Wacky Wednesday with Chaotic Jeremy, on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, or actually it's 9 o'clock Eastern. 9 o'clock Eastern. And I leave you with this. A 115 team takes a running back. You just took your franchise quarterback. You had a running back. And I'd be pissed if I was a Jacksonville fan. I love that, talking about Green Bay. He'll never find out. Believe me, nobody knows better what it looks like when an organization is about to go to shit than a New York Jet fan. And Justin Fields proved that he can hold it together. He can regroup. It's okay if he struggles. And we got a big game against the Eagles, and maybe you need some energy, so wake up! We have every right to expect the Jets to win. Rich Samini, schmuck, putz.
Why?